Here's where and how to buy some OTC tax deeds up to 95% below market value. I'm going to walk you through it here fast. This means some of you watching will have some of these properties by the end of the day if you take action. This is not impossible, so that is super exciting. This is one of the only videos online that's going to show you how to get some possible cheap properties today in some super simple steps. That's the name of the game. It's Dustin Hahn here. This channel is about tax liens and deeds. So if you like buying real estate at discounts that you can make money with, this is the spot to do it. So if you've been working a professional job or you have money set aside for real estate or doing nothing, this is a great way to get that money working, flip some properties and make some money. So first off, what is an over-the-counter tax deed? That OTC stands for over-the-counter tax deed. That is a property in a tax deed state that didn't sell at the county tax deed auction. So we'll keep that super simple. Half of the states are tax lien, half of the states are tax deeds. There's also over-the-counter tax liens as well, but that's a different video, a different topic on a different day. So what are we going to do? First off, you need to reach out and know what the tax deed states are. So on my screen right now, boom, is a picture of a state map. Any state in red is a tax deed state, all right? These states are going to have the potential for over-the-counter tax deeds. So one of the very first things you do is I'm going to give you very simple steps to follow in order to do this today. So the first thing you need to do is evaluate, are you living in a lien or a deed state? I'm going to pop that map up again. Anything in green or yellow is, basically anything in green is a lien state, all right? So that means you will not have tax deeds in that state. So if you're living in one of these green states, you will need to reach out to a red state, which is what I'm going to walk you guys through step by step on how to do it. So if you want to know how to do that, thumbs up, subscribe, and like the channel if you like this stuff here today. The beauty of over-the-counter tax deeds is they're mortgage free. The mortgage is wiped out and you buy them for the back taxes owed, which is absolutely awesome. There are some amazing deals. I've seen people watch this channel who have got over-the-counter tax deed properties, sometimes for as little as $100, as little as $50. So there are huge, huge advantages to being able to do this. Now, there's always people in the comments that are like, well, there's a reason I didn't sell at the sale. Meanwhile, they've never done a deal, they've never done anything, and they've only ever researched one or two counties, all right? Over-the-counter tax deeds is a game of elbow grease. So one of the things that you can do to help speed up that process is work with somebody to do it. You can outsource some of it. There's plenty of sites like Indeed or Fiverr where you can get somebody to help pull these lists for you because it's a game of elbow grease. Sure, let's say 95% of these properties might not be worth your time. They could be, in the middle of Timbuktu, in the middle of nowhere. However, the gems are where you're going to make your money, and then you can create systems to do that. So first off, like I mentioned, figure out, are you in a deed state? The next thing you want to do is call your county and see what happened to the tax deeds that didn't sell at the sale, and you want to get that list and then start calling them, or you want to get the list, start researching them, and see what type of deals you're looking at. So back in the day when I got into this, I was on the phone. You couldn't do a lot of this stuff online. You had to travel. So basically, I was in the phone book. I was calling Minnesota. I found a county. They had a whole bunch of over-the-counters. And basically, I hopped on an airplane. I flew 1,000 miles, rented a car, took a whole day. I showed up. The county gave me a stack of properties they had in inventory. I just flipped through them and I picked up like 7 over the counters, some as little as $50, some for a few thousand. These things were worth, they were 80, 90% below market value, and it was awesome. Now, the beauty about the internet these days is you can do this stuff from home now. The counties are online, well, a lot of them are, and you can send somebody to go look at the property for you. They can take pictures and videos. You can do all of this from the comfort of your chair, which is awesome. So if you're living in a lien state, pick a deed state and just go and search, whatever that state is. Say it's North Dakota list of counties, North Dakota phone numbers. You can go and pull it up, and it's very, very simple to get started that way. Now, if you do want some hand-holding and want some one-on-one help, What we do is every month we work with a couple investors who want some hand holding, where we can take you by the hand, teach you exactly where to go, and dial it in for your budget and your needs as far as how you want to invest. So there's a link in the description or a QR code here. You can go to the link in the description, book a totally free call, and we can show you where to go and how to do it. We work with just a few people every month, one-on-one. So I try to give away everything I can here on the channel, and then the people who maybe want to just go to the restaurant and get a burger instead of making the recipe can book that call. So let's get into this a little bit more. So you want to obtain the list of properties that didn't sell at the sale. Now, a lot of places might not have over-the-counters because everything will be sold at the sale. It's not the end of the world. Places that have monthly auctions, like maybe Texas or Georgia, they'll probably just roll those properties over into the auction that's going to be happening next month, all right? So what you're going to do, you're going to get the list of those properties from the county, and then you're going to start doing your research. And during the research, you are going to figure out what's the property worth. You'll put it in a spreadsheet as far as, the estimated value of the property. And then from there, preliminary research always involves super simple stuff like Google Earth, Google Streets and Trips, Zillow, Realtor, the free resources that you can use at your disposal to make an educated decision. So at that point, you're going to evaluate the property. You want to be aware of things. I would always stay away from things that could have like environmental liens, laundromats, or maybe it was an auto body shop or something that could, or a gas station where there could be an environmental risk. So you want to avoid things like that. It's just not worth it. All right. So that's very important. And then the next thing you're going to do is narrow down that list. And then what I do is when I'm not in the area is I go on my phone, and there's an app called TaskRabbit, or what's the other one called? I use TaskRabbit. There's another one called AirTasker. And basically you can just send somebody with an iPhone to go take pictures of the property. I really like flipping land in these situations because it's super simple. You don't have to worry about structures or anything like that. So that's a good way to do it. And then from there, you'll ask, what form of payment the county needs to do this. Do they take a check? Do they want cash? Do they take credit card? Some places will take credit card. And then from there, a lot of the times we like to use bank drafts because it's often not a lot of fun to walk around with a whole bunch of cash, all right? So the next thing you're gonna do, get the deed recorded in your name, and then you can go and flip them. And the cool thing is these properties are sitting here right now. So if you're watching this in the morning, I guarantee there will be people who have a tax deed by the end of the day just from taking action. And that's really one of the big premises of my channel, is the fact that if you're watching these videos and you don't take action, it's just a waste of time, right? It's called passive consumption. And if you're like me, these days it's so easy to just watch, feel like you're doing something and never take action. And I know most people who watch the channel have never done a real estate deal. You're interested in real estate. For me, back in the day, this was the best way to get into it, and I still believe it is over 21 years later, as far as you can get these deals, you can flip them quickly, and it is a simplified way into real estate if you know what to do. But once again, taking action is key because it can be so easy. We're already midway through the year and everybody's resolutions are gone out the window and they haven't done anything. The worst thing I would see is if you're watching this video or a different video, a new one of mine this time next year, and you haven't taken action, it's just been a waste of time. So I always have this in my other videos. I watch the time just trickling away, and we all have one of these looming above our head, and one day it's gonna run out. And real estate is really a tool for freedom to be able to do what you want, to create the legacy for yourself and your family. Tax liens, tax deeds are a great on-ramp into real estate. You can scale up, or you can make money and then venture into other avenues of real estate from the money that you make through tax liens and tax deeds. So I want to encourage you to get started. Once again, the recap: call the county, ask for the list of properties that didn't sell at the tax deed sale. Or if you're interested in other states, go somewhere maybe where you've been or you have boots on the ground. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. A good deal is a good deal, no matter where you are in proximity to it. So there's tons of good videos on this channel to get started. But the key thing, it's time to get going. All right, take those action steps. Thumbs up if you like this. Subscribe. From here, like I say, if you do want some help with this, we can take you by the hand, show you exactly what to do, help you avoid mistakes, help you evaluate some of these properties. Every month we work with a few people one-on-one. I used to, sell lots of, cheap and expensive books and things like that. Now we just give it away on YouTube and just work with a few people one-on-one every month. And it works well. So there's a QR code here. You can scan, you can book a free call. It's totally free. And there's a link below in the description as well. Let's talk about maybe if it's fit to work together. If it is, awesome. If it's not, enjoy the content. We'll see you soon.